Hi, my name is Lenore Von Stein, and this is The Facts, yet another episode of The Facts. And I'm here tonight with Beth Griffith, Andrew Bolotowski, and Rachel Evans. And we're rehearsing for an episode that we're going to film. And this is about being a coward. And the more I think about it, the less I thought it was a great idea when I started out. But I don't know if I'm, just like beating a dead horse or something. I don't know. But I'm just going to read this thing that James Baldwin wrote on the subject. He said, how have we managed to become what we have in fact become? And if we are, as indeed it seems to be, so empty and desperate, what do we do about it? How shall we put ourselves in touch with reality? And that's what I'm trying to do all the time. I don't have to, but I remind myself sometimes that my real self is just as exotic as, if not more exotic, than in my fantasies. Oh, they jumped right into the tune. Breakup, okay. So do you want to try that again with all?
Sure.
With all. Okay, so...
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
This is a rehearsal.
Well, I was forthright, and...
This is the show. Yeah.
It says using flute, faulty.
Yeah, show. This is a rehearsal. Yeah. Those are those things you do before you present it. But sometimes we're
Let's try it.
Yeah,
Let's try it. Let's try breakup, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay, and okay. So it's 3 for shkabuthing. I gotta put on my glasses. 1, 2, 3. Oh, what's the lead in? Give the cue.
He's going to do
I'll
it.
be happy to.
Full
Yeah, we did it before. There's a tub,
but
a break. There's a snake. I want to see.
I want
to see you
to see
dance.
you dance.
Well, it's a whole new thing here with me messing around, and it's a whole new dollar. Well, we're going to play it a lot of different. Okay, I looked up the definition of the word coward. I got 2 definitions, and then I stopped. Anyway, coward, one who shows disgraceful fear or timidity, and there was a second definition, one who shows ignoble fear in the face of danger or pain. And that definition made me, I was many years ago, I was in a serious accident, and I was in a hospital, and I had a lot of pain, and everybody on the wards, the orthopedic ward, you hear people screaming at night, and some nights it was me. And so anyway, this was an orderly, because you give them all, it made for the people who work there extra work. They had to go get you painkillers and stuff. And the orderly said to me one day, he said, "You know what's wrong with you? Late at night, 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm practically dying." He says, "You're afraid of the pain." Yes, yes. All right, let's try. Let's try new music for the quartet, since it's new music for the quartet. Feeling silly tonight. Okay, so I can play around a little bit here. So the flute plays the soprano, measure 15 2 times, or is that overkill?
No, it's not overkill.
No.
That's not the overkill part.
No. Especially when one of the sopranos decides she wants to have a gleeful time. We will bring her back into order.
Okay, so could you give us the cue? And
Absolutely.
I'm good on that last part. Okay. 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 Oh, you told a story, Andrew, when I
Oh my
when,
goodness.
and yeah, and it
I
was in a
told-
rehearsal.
I told the story.
Yeah, no, but it was when I talked about this cowardness thing that this was going to be the theme for exploration. That your father said something about don't buy a house or you'll become a coward or something.
It
like
had to do with the things that you shouldn't do. Actually, it had to do if you're up for tenure in a teaching position. And one of them was don't buy a red sports car, don't have your wife or allow her to become pregnant, and don't buy a house, brand new house. And the other thing, the side thing was if you buy a house, which of course you're going to buy on a mortgage, you become afraid because you owe money over a long period of time and you have to answer to that debt for the next 30 years. And everything you do is determined by answering to that debt.
It's the American way. All right, Scaruni. Let's try Alfred Hitchcock's Construction. So what I was thinking about with this tune was the way Alfred Hitchcock and I'm far from capturing it at all, but it's the beginning. The way Alfred Hitchcock created this, I wanted some insight into the way that he built a story. It's using both the visual and the text, and the elements he had to use, and because I like the way he builds his story, especially when it's successful, and I think there's a real unique, anyway, that's a unique flavor there or something. Construction, he builds a certain kind of house, and so this is
doesn't have a mortgage on it, right?
Presumably,
no, he makes millions.
He
and
probably
made
had
millions.
he had enough money to buy his house outright. Exactly. Yeah.
All right, so let's.
Worry about tenure.
And he never had to worry about tenure. That's right.
So let's. What's the cue here? It's the viola cue,
Oh, to
bar
viola.
25. So you want to give? You don't need me to count this off, right?
Rachel will do it all.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking that really what there's in To Catch a Thief, there's this scene where Cary Grant and Grace Kelly, when they're first there, they have this flirtation that's complex because he's a jewel thief and she's trying to catch him, and she's like this spoiled little rich girl, and there's this scene where she forces him to take her on a picnic and drives in her sports car on the Riviera, and she has chicken and elegant rich guy's food, little chicken wings and little beer and little peasant, little not so, and they have this conversation. I think there's also a movie that Hitchcock did about a serial killer, which is fabulous, and I can't remember the name, late in his career. And anyway, this piece I think is about that serial killer movie and that scene in To Catch a Thief, for what that's worth. Is there anything in this Alfred Hitchcock construction that you want to look at again, particularly? Although you played it quite nicely, so I don't know why you would.
That's good.
Okay, let's try that. Is there a bar or something you want to
That was your piece, Lenore. All the component parts. Sort of
In Bauhaus.
restructured.
Restructured.
Restructured or destructured.
I was thinking among the things I was thinking while you were playing that was the difference between the Alfred Hitchcock that to take a thief scene with a class warfare such as it was, and that in this Hollywood, that evolution to now like the Real Housewives of New Jersey or something, which is unbelievable, it's. Or the Real Housewives of New York City or Los Angeles that are even worse. The New Jersey housewives look good compared to these New York and L.A. housewives. I mean, these are, and I heard Noam Chomsky say something that really scared me. I mentioned on an earlier episode in the Facts, Amy Goodman was asking him what he thinks about current politics in the United States, and he says, "I've never seen anything like it." And he's not funning, I mean, and he knows history well, So, should we try? Can I hear? What's something else we got here? Finding Dad.
Finding Dad.
Is that necessary to have? I can pick it up.
No, it's okay. Leave it where it is.
Okay.
As they say, we'll get it on the rebound. Oh, she's got it.
And now, is it attainable?
Okay. This is, as they say, now made immortal.
There was a time in my life, in my 20s, when I had a much more active social 30s. I had a much more active social life than I do now. But I used to dread a lot big social occasions. It was always such a bummer, and so much more than I do now. Now I for what it's worth, it's because I was thinking about this cowardness thing, and the cowardness has something to do with what you're doing and the company you keep, or at least in my case, I don't know, I don't want to be like confessing, because people don't like that. That's the only reason not to do it. Okay, Finding Dad.
They do it on cell phones all day long.
Confess.
Confess. Oh,
Do
absolutely.
have
In public, yes. Well, you never hear it there. You just hear in the street on cell phones. Always right behind you. When you're waiting for the light to change. Exactly.
Whose cue is this?
It's mine. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Lady Rockaway. Boy, Beth and I took a ride to the coast.
A leave of absence.
A leave of absence. One more
Rachel was
time.
with me all
Well,
the
we have.
way.
Yeah. All right. So we know how to.
Driven off
We
that
knew how to.
cliff, on the French Riviera.
was a good show.